Hi everybody, this is the Planet Earth here, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I'm feeling and what my concerns are about my health that nobody seems to know what the hell is going on. So, I have a vision problem. It is a very specific issue. Imagine when you look at lines on your wall, let me give you an example. Like, let's say you look at the top of your door, you know how there's that line on the top of the door between the frame and the actual door itself, like a black line? A black line? Okay, well, imagine that you see two black lines instead of just one black line. I have been to many doctors, got many blood tests. Everything seems okay. MRI is okay. The pinhole test, which is called a PIN pinhole test, is where you look through a little piece of paper with a little hole in it that you cut from a pin. And then I look through there and I see two lines. I don't see them during the daytime. I only see them at night. I don't see them during the daytime. I see them at night. Let me give you an example. Let me say I'm looking at my cell phone with my right eye only. Instead of seeing, like the 4G LTE icon. Okay. Imagine the 4G LTE icon, right? And imagine that you see it on top of each other. Let me give you an example. It's only in dark light, though. It's okay. Imagine the little. Look at the Verizon LTE icon. That's the real one right there, right? 4G LTE, 4G LTE, and imagine seeing 4G LTE on top of that LTE. Imagine seeing it twice. But as soon as bright light is introduced into my eyes, it goes into one 4G LTE again. And there's not two 4G LTEs. So I talked to a doctor. They're actually the most expensive, well, not the expensive, but they're one of the best eye institutes in the world, in the United States of America. And they find out that you have what's called diplopia. Diplopia. But this diplopia is what I call double vision. OULB. It's not getting worse, but my night vision is getting worse. Well, actually, it's actually remaining stable now. It was getting worse, and now it just kind of stopped. And I have what's called halos around light. So imagine a light bulb. Imagine a light bulb, right? Let me do a terrible light bulb here. Imagine the light bulb. And imagine a big old halo around it, and then a bigger halo around it. One is like a pink, and then the other one's kind of like a yellow. Imagine seeing a halo around all the night lights. They're not all of them, though. I also noticed that this is more prevalent with halogen bulbs for some reason. I don't understand halogen bulbs. You see a lot more halo. I also did a video in black light. That shows my light, my pupils itself, PUPIL, pupils light up in black light, which is a sign of cataracts. I can't spell that. Cataracts. Imagine the black light pupils light up and it's cataracts. Well, nobody thinks it's cataracts except for my eye doctor, who told me that you may develop cataracts, which is treatable via surgery. How would I develop cataracts when I have no history of... my family doesn't have a history of eye problems. My family does not have a history of any eye diseases. I have no eye disease and no eye problems because they looked at my eyes very carefully. It was very thorough eye thing. However, when I look at in dark, and I see like I look at my cell phone, I see a very mild double vision going on. It's very mild, but it is considered diplopia. Imagine having this for 2 years. It started in Ohio. I didn't talk nothing about it because I only noticed it on Christmas lights at first. It was Christmas of 2000 and what was it, 15 or 16? I don't remember. No, it was 2015 when I started to notice the double vision. It's been an ongoing problem. And nobody can tell me what the problem is, because there's nothing wrong in my brain and there's nothing wrong in my eyes, but yet I see double vision. Only at night, but during the daytime, I don't see double. Now, imagine looking at a 40-mile-per-hour sign at night. Imagine looking at a 40-mile-per-hour sign at night, and then seeing 40 miles per hour again, twice. Imagine seeing that twice. TWICE, twice. I see 1.5 of those signs. Like if I look with my right eye at night while I'm driving, I see 1.5. However, during the daytime, I have no issues with double vision. I don't see any shadow. It's a shadow. It's not actual true double vision, which makes it stranger. But it's a shadow double vision, which means that if you shine bright light into my pupils, once the pupils become constricted, suddenly it's just gone. It's like it don't exist. As soon as I turn my light on in my room, that double vision-y type of shadowy effect goes away. And don't have high cholesterol, don't have triglycerides, don't have any physical problems other than seizures when withdrawing from benzodiazepines. I mean, other than that, I mean, there's really nothing there. However, like when I look at window blinds, I'll see like a whitish, I can't distinguish light coming off the window blinds. It's very strange. But if I open the window blind, I see perfectly clear. And nobody can tell me what the hell it is. There's nothing out there that other than diplopia, vertical diplopia, by the way, where you see one image on top of another image. So this one on top of this one. So if this one, you see this one. If you see this one, you see this one. So I don't know what that is. If anybody could tell me what the hell it is, I would be very well appreciated. However, I think it's cataracts. How I'm developing cataracts, I have no idea because I don't have diabetes. My blood sugar is normal. My thyroid's normal. My cholesterol is normal. I don't have glaucoma. I don't have anything or tumors in my brain. I don't have high blood pressure, surprisingly. I'm actually really surprised on that one, but I don't have high blood pressure. So I don't know what the hell it is. But it started about 2.5 years ago. But I noticed it during Christmas 2 years ago, back at my friend's house in Ohio. And it only happens in dark environments. Like if the car lights are shining up on signs, I might see another sign on top of that. Or if I see lidded letters, I'll see, like, for example, let's say I'm looking at, a gas station sign where it's like 240, and then you have unleaded or whatever. Like it's 240 a gallon or something, right? So I'll see like the unleaded 240, like that. However, the second bright light goes into my eyes, this disappears and I only see the normal. And nobody can explain what this exactly is because it only happens in dark environments. It doesn't happen during the daytime, so it's not considered true double vision or diplopia. It's a shadow diplopia, and nobody knows what the heck it is because nobody can explain it to me, which is very strange because they did extensive eye tests on me, and they found nothing wrong. And I noticed that when my eyes are fatigued, it gets a little bit worse. However, when my eyes are not fatigued, it's still there, but not as prevalent. However, like I said, this happened 2 years ago, and it's still happening to this day. It doesn't seem to be getting worse, but it doesn't get better either, so I don't know what the hell it is. And there's no physical explanation as to why, other than me having dry eyes. I do have dry eyes, but I don't know if that would actually cause diplopia, because I've put eye drops for months now, and it has not improved my condition. So I don't know what it is, and I can't explain it. So if anybody has any idea what this vertical diplopia is, I would be very well appreciated to find out why.